Hey everyone, today is Monday. No, scratch that. Today is Friday, July 30th. Man. Okay, let's start over. Today is... I have no idea what today is. I actually do. Today is Friday, May 30th. Not July, not Monday, Friday, May 30th. I know I had mentioned in the quick walk around video, if you can tell, the lawn's still a complete disaster. It needs cutting, but I said we were going to do something with the irrigation system that's hopefully fun and cool. Right now, I've given up on the MP rotators. Done with them. Going back to my Rainbird 3500s. I had amazing luck with them here. I wanted to switch to the MP rotators because they're less wind affected and we get a lot of wind coming up the hill here. So, but I've had nothing but problems with them. Nothing but problems. They get clogged, they pop up, they don't rotate. You got to hit them a bunch of times to get them to start rotating. And if you're not home, what do? Right? You don't know if it's working, not working. So I'm finally changing them out. It's been a 3 or 4 year trial. Junk. Sorry. I know some people love them and they work great. They just do not work for my application. I shouldn't call them junk. They are junk for my application. So my tripod is broke. I'm trying to figure out how to get you guys lined up here so that you can watch. I'm going to change out the sprinkler. Hopefully I don't have to dig the line deeper, but I know these are taller than the MP rotators. So we're going to find out what I got to do. So stick around and let's get into it. Okay, hopefully the tripod holds. I got it precariously sitting there. So if you guys fall while I'm working on it, I'll try to get you realigned. Let's do this. So here's not sure if you're gonna be able to see it, and I can't see anything looking at you because of the sun, but here's the MP rotator, one of them. We're Xing it, throwing in the Rainbird 3500. With a 1.5 nozzle. So hopefully I don't hit the line. We still haven't had any rain to speak of at all. But I did get irrigation going last week. So the grass is starting to come around. It's not great, but it's coming around. And I couldn't find my little trawl, so we're doing this with a big shovel. No problemo. Come on. Guess we'll be able to check our root system. Well, I do see some roots dangling down. So it's at least 4 inches or so. I'm not sure. I'm a little nervous. Just if it was a easy swap, height swap, I should be able to unscrew this body and just, that's what I'm going to try. Hopefully a bunch of stuff doesn't fall in there. I know these are way shorter, but it was buried in the ground. I'm going to take this apart. I haven't done this. I have on different ones, but I haven't on this one. There is a stick in there. There's a little stick. How in the world did a stick get into there? I don't pump from the lake. So that either had to be from the company. Well, now I'm wondering. Because usually these get plugged up here. And you can just tap these. When the water comes on, these come up a little bit. You can just hit those and it flushes it out. But even from day one, I've been unhappy with these. So I think we're just gonna call it out. I'll just try to unscrew this and screw that in, but it's full of water, so try to pack that dirt as much as I can so when I pull that out, dirt doesn't flush into the elbow. But I think there's too much water in here, and although this is a pressure regulated one, I think that's in the bottom, so we might be okay. It is. I mean, nothing came out of there. There's a couple of specks of dirt, but I dropped more dirt in that elbow than what was there. Oh no. I didn't take that into account. That body's wider, so I'm gonna have to put this back on and wiggle wobble this around. So hopefully I don't have to dig it up. Otherwise I'm gonna have to finish digging up the sprinkler. And don't forget, on the Rainbirds, all Rainbirds, at least all the ones that I know, the 5000s, 3500s, the hard set is to the left, so counterclockwise. So I always set that, and that's kind of where you'll start from. So if you have a wall here, you set this in hard set left so that sprays parallel to your wall, and then you're good to go. Otherwise, you can unscrew the cap, pick it up, set it back down. That's how you adjust it. But I've been very fortunate that I usually can tighten it that way, so I don't need to loosen it up. I'm gonna have to dig that up. Shoot. Yeah, put this back on because dirt falls in there, it's gonna fall on me. So I don't think I'm gonna try to lower it. I'm just gonna dig out a little more dirt. Should go get my trowel, but I think I'm just gonna use my hand trowel. And I usually like to have cardboard or something here, because once you put dirt in the grass, you lose a bunch of it. But I'm not doing that. I'm breaking one of my rules. And those are just my personal rules. You don't need to do that, as case in point. But I am going to look for my hand trowel. I'll go see if I can find it. So I did find my trowel. I just hate digging up around sprinklers because you get a nice chunk of sod out, and you can never get it even again if you gotta dig up the dirt also. Got a couple of little tree roots in here I'm not too worried about. So in this, the irrigation system has been going for a little over a week now, I think. Or has it just been a week? If I haven't posted the video, I will post it. It's of, I had issues. I couldn't get one of my zones to turn off. It would just run. Run. So I tried to disconnect the power to it. I did everything. It was just running. And it wasn't until I manually turned it on. But when I went to turn it off, it did not go off. So it would just sit there and run. What I ended up finding out, I tore apart the diaphragm, took that all apart. What I ended up finding, and it had to be this way from the factory, I pulled out the solenoid to see if some little chunk of dirt or something got up in there. It was perfectly clear, put it back on. Didn't pay any attention, troubleshot more. I mean, this was like probably 3 hours of troubleshooting. I was at my wit's end. All of a sudden I was like, pulled that solenoid back out. There was no O-ring on the bottom of the solenoid. It wasn't laying in the valve body. It wasn't laying anywhere. It was nowhere to be found. And it's like, did that come? It had to come that way, right? I don't know. And I used to do 360 here. I think I'm still going to, or maybe try to shoot it over here. I don't know. Because right now it's aimed over there, so I'm gonna pick it up just in case I don't want to do 360. But maybe I do and I don't care. Just in case I don't. I'm gonna set it so that if I change my mind and don't want to do 360, I don't have to. So you just pick it up and you turn it. You gotta put a couple of screws back into it before you see where you're at. See, I'm way off. It's way off. But something happened when I pulled it out. It's doing it again. I have no idea. I've never had that happen. What is going on? I've never had this happen. It's moving the hard. Finally got it. I don't know what was going on there. And I'm gonna run it 360 right now anyways, but at least if I don't want to, I don't have to. So, weird, interesting. Let me know what you guys think of these MP rotators. Man, I got these because people were just raving about them. And I had these in originally. They haven't changed them. I think this went in 2006, and then 3 years ago, I'm like, oh, those seem sweet. Let's do it. So. Okay. Done. No matter what, you always seem shy on dirt once you dig a hole. See what I mean? I don't know if you guys can see it, but all that dirt that falls down in that grass. Did I turn this? I think I did. That fits better. Okay, now if you can see that, top of the sprinkler is just at ground level there. In about 2 weeks, you won't even see anything there. One of those out. Let's move on to the next. It's the only piece of cardboard I could find. Really needed a bigger one, but it'll work. And again, even with this massive pine tree here, a week of good watering in. Look how wet that soil is. We haven't had any significant rain since early April. So I'm quite impressed. I think it's only gotten 2 waterings, but if you water deep enough, long enough, it'll be good. Okay, I gotta get another sprinkler. I was only going to do one, but that actually went pretty good. So we're going to do another one. I did the last one without showing you guys. I figured I'd show you guys, put the nozzle in this one. They don't come with nozzles in them. If you don't have one of these, I recommend buying them. They're a huge time saver. They make things easy. They stick right in the bottom. They don't fit every sprinkler, but they do fit Rainbirds. That's it. This one is headlock.com. This thing is 15 years old. I don't even know if it's made anymore. Oh, I already did put it. I did put a nozzle in it already. It's a 1.5, which is what I want. So that's good. But otherwise, you just do that. You put your nozzle in, tighten it down, which I'm going to give it a little more turn just to make sure it doesn't blow out, because I've had that happen before. And then to take it out, just push down, pull it out to the side, let it retract. Done. I used to pull these out, try to grab them, push them up from the bottom, especially on the 5004s with the bigger spring. Man, that thing is nice. So again, it's headlock.com. Don't know if it still exists or not, but if it does, and you guys do any amount of sprinklers, and get it. Okay. I'm going to try to get it lined up right here so that we go to either side of the tree. Now, don't tell Rainbird, but you can force them. Okay, got it right there. So it's going to come there, rotate to the other side of the tree. So I got to take a little out of it because it goes into the tree. Just going to take a little. So I don't really mind if it hits the tree a little bit. I just, no sense of watering the whole side of the tree. Okay. I'd actually like to bring this up a little, but I don't think I can. So we're going to leave it just the way it is. So in under 10 minutes, guys, we got 2 sprinkler heads changed out. Well, 1 sprinkler head, the other one probably took longer, but figure it took 10 minutes a piece. It's easy. Don't be intimidated, super easy. I don't know if I finished telling you guys about that solenoid on that valve that I had. It had no O-ring. I couldn't find it anywhere. It was not laying in there. It was nowhere to be found. And it's like, I've had issues with that valve from day one. And it's like, was it making just enough seal most of the time to work? I don't know. So I put a new solenoid in that had no ring. I could have went to the hardware store and got a different one, but I had a used valve there anyway, so I just took the solenoid out of it and put it in. Works great. I have not hooked it up, but it stopped watering. Let's check this one out. And there is no dirt in there whatsoever. No dirt on the bottom here. There's a little bit of a buildup. This one popped up most of the time properly, not all the time, but I would say more so than not. So I don't know if you guys have seen these before. So this is the MP rotator, goes in the valve body. This is the pressure regulator right there. This is the head. These are all interchangeable. So you put different ones in there. I didn't check the other one, but you can see in the screen, there's not much on there. A couple little things at the top, but the screen should prevent this head from being blocked. See how they pop up? And that's how they spray out, right there. And dirt sometimes gets in there, and then you come up and when they're up, you step on them, push them down, and it shoots dirt out of them. But really nothing should get through the screen to do that. And that screen was not plugged by any means, so I don't know. These just did not work for me. Hopefully they work for you guys if you use them. I'm not knocking you. Just did not work in my situation. Yeah! Junk. Okay, 2 down. do we move on? We got several more to go. There's one down there. There's one on top of the hill, one in the middle of the hill, and one on the bottom of the hill. So 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. And then there's a pop-up that I already changed out because I had issues with the MP rotator down there. And I might change that out because it's a different, I don't know what it is. It might be a 3500, but I don't think so. So I'm gonna go grab one more. We'll try to find that one and knock that out. Okay, did find this one down here. I can't believe my camera has not fallen. You guys could see how it was rigged up on this tripod. You'd be amazed. Ooh, that could be pipe. Better be careful. I think it's rock, but you never know. Do that. And here, I don't know if you can tell, this is way sandier soil, and it's still wet, but the roots on that grass clump are not very good. And that is a rock. There's not much topsoil here. Whoa! Sorry guys, the wind took you down. I'm surprised it didn't earlier, but I don't know what that's looking like. Hopefully the wind doesn't blow it over again. I apologize in advance if it does. I'm going to try lowering the tripod leg a little. So this is real sandy here. Not much topsoil. So I had to dig it out a little deeper. Oh, let's get this prepped. Let's see if this one's prepped. Again, headlock, headlock.com. Super simple. Push it in, spin around, no nozzle. We're gonna put a nozzle in. When you order the Rainbird 3500s, they come with a nozzle tree. Pop off the one you want. It goes from 0.75 up to 4. And I think we're gonna do 1.5 again. I don't remember what I used to have in here. I know some of these were different, but let's find out. You can always change them later. They're a pain in the butt, but you can always change them later. They're supposed to change out real easily, but I have never found that to be truthful. So you just push them in. That's it. Set that little set screw in the top, which is by the arrow. Probably can't see that, but turn that little set screw just down enough to just so when the pressure comes on, you don't shoot the nozzle out. It's happened. I've done it by telling you by experience. So again, pull the body down, comes right off. Headlock.com, great tool. And I mean, maybe if you do 1,000 of sprinklers a year, you'd need to buy more. Maybe this plastic tube would wear out, but I probably have done 300 or so sprinklers with that. Never have had an issue. This one's flooding. That's not good. I gotta go quick. Oh boy. Okay. So, I don't know if you can see that or not. These were pressure regulated, which means they won't allow water out that's sitting in the line like this, because it's just the pressure, because this line comes down the hill, so it's just the pressure that is allowing that water to come out. These have a regulator in the bottom. I'm sorry, these are pressure regulated, but these have a check valve in the bottom, so that it takes quite a bit to get the water up. With this, it doesn't take much at all, as you can tell. So this is a perfect example of why you do want check valves at bottom of hills, because those lines will drain to that lowest sprinkler head, and you can get washout around the head. I never did before. I'm trying to remember if I had a check valve one here or not before. I don't remember. Again, two little specks, not sure if you can see them. Three little specks, oh, two, one, two. Came out. I don't see much in the bottom here. Now this head, this one worked almost every time. And look at all the debris in there. And it must come from, because it's not coming from the well. So it must come when the head is poked out. I don't know. I don't quite know. That is filling with water. I might just have to let that sit. Again, guys, put down in the comments, in the beep loops below, what do you think of these MP rotators? Pros, cons, when have you had issues, when have you not? I've had issues with all of them. That's why I'm finally removing them. But this one was probably one of the most reliable ones. And as you can see by that screen, it had the most dirt in it. I'm just going to let this drain, and I'll have to come back and put this dirt in. We'll keep an eye on this to see if I do need to put one with check valve. But do we attempt one more? And then maybe by the time we're done with it, that'll be drained. I'm losing my cardboard though, but that's okay. Let's go see if we can find one. I'm not going to bring you guys with because of how I have to have you sitting on that tripod. This one worked most of the time too. It was really the first two on the line that I had the most issues with. But when these were working, I really didn't mind them. Kind of like the nice pattern. They weren't affected by the wind as much. That is true. But, so if you're in a really windy area, and I'm talking wind, not just the breeze. The breeze doesn't affect sprinklers that much, but wind will. This has got a good root base. Back at it. Let's see if I gotta nozzle this one. Yep. I don't have a nozzle in it, so. Ooh. On this one, I'm gonna do a 2. Ask me my reason. Go ahead, I'll wait. Nope. just because. Now you really should go through and figure out with how many gallons per minute each head is going to put out, or how many gallons that zone's going to put out a minute, and figure it off of your well or your water supply. That's the proper way of doing it. I'm going to be honest and say I never did that, and I could have just lucked out. So. Too much. Okay, I think we're good. You always want to make sure that these are nice and straight when you fill them back in. Level. They make, I have it, I don't ever use it, but they make, you can put it around the head, and it's got a little bubble level. I'll tell you if you're got it straight up and down or not. Get that pine cone out of there. Okay, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, 4 down, 4. 4 down, 2 to go. And these MP rotators, the heads are, depending on the type of head, whether it's a 360, they have like 90 to 270, they have weird angles. This is a 210 to 270 degree head check valve. That one didn't have much in it either. Not a lot. I don't know. I've been very happy with Rainbird heads. I have used Hunter. I've used K. Is it K series? K something? Didn't like those. I do not like Hunter heads. The PRGs, pressure rated, whatever they are, I do not like those. Junk. I just don't like Hunter heads. No offense to Hunter. I just have not had good luck with them. I don't like them. Okay, on to the next maybe. Okay, we're gonna check out the sprinklers that I put in. I still have 2 more to change in that zone, but we're gonna test out the ones that I did change and see what we got. Turn on the valve manually, and we will walk over and, well, some are up already, so that one we did not change. I don't know what that is. I think that is a Rainbird 3500. It is. So that one's up, working great. That one just hits that one. I don't know if you can see it coming back. It's not coming back yet. That one just hits the tree. I got my cardboard up there, which is getting soaking wet. That with the 2 nozzle comes all the way down here. Just goes past. You can see it getting the rocks a little bit. That one does not quite reach the other sprinklers, but I think I'm okay with that. There's an MP rotator. That one is rotating. And it's ah! Okay, that sprinkler comes too far this way. Ah. Just shot me right in the back. See, this is a 181. You can see where it goes, straight across. And then that water stream will stop. And then the one coming here, that will then stop. So it's 180. Now what I am going to say, with those other MP rotators out, these are spraying further than what they were. So maybe it was a water pressure issue, but man, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sprinklers on this zone. You can see this one working pretty good. It's coming out fanned really good. You can see how horrible the grasses are. But if you look up there, that one's got some major something not quite right with that stream that's coming towards us and then the one inside. But the Rainbirds are working good. Just I have to adjust this one here. It comes way too far. For now, I'm gonna leave these two for tonight. I'm not gonna change them. It's getting late. This is perfect. 2 nozzle up there is perfect. Oh, you can't see that, sorry. 2 nozzle out of that one is perfect. The rest of these nozzles are 1.5. So the new ones are, I think, are good. That one reaches like to right here. This one I'm gonna have to screw down, put the screw further into the nozzle because it comes way out into the driveway. And it kind of swoops in right there, right up to that other one. I don't want to knock it down too much because I do want it to hit that other sprinkler, just for the overlap. So, okay, well, with the 4 of the MP rotators changed out to the Rainbirds, the other 2 MP rotators seem to be working a lot better because they were not hitting the driveway before. And you can see it's hitting the driveway quite a bit. So it must have been maybe I don't know that's a pressure issue, but maybe that was my whole issue with them. I can't believe that because I got 7 Rainbird 5004s on a zone with no issue. I can't believe those MP rotators, I didn't look, but take more gallons per minute than those. If it's working good, and it is, my daughter's practicing driving. She goes for her driver's test June 11th, which is crazy. I don't know where the time is gone. Seems like she just learned how to walk. Man, time goes fast. For anybody that doesn't have kids out there, once you have kids, enjoy every minute you get because it goes quick. I don't know where she's coming down the driveway now. I better move out of her way. All right, I'll chat at you later. Adios.